Konnichiwa, I'm the MangaMan, here to you today to talk about, well... Some of you might be wondering, hey, MangaMan, where's the anime 2014? It's like July already. Well, there's a couple of things about that. First of all, I was working on the anime 2014 way back in February, when all of a sudden the whole thing with Blip TV started happening. I had to scramble to find a new video viewing site, but I'm not here to talk about excuses here, alright? I'm here to tell you guys that this year's anime of 2014 will be a little bit different. I am still going to be talking about a few of the anime that did come out in January, but this year I'm taking a look at the summer anime of 2014. How these are going to work is that I'm going to show off to you guys the images of the new anime that are going to be coming out, give my little thoughts about each of them, and then you tell me which anime you would want me to most talk about. Let's start it off with Glass Lip. So it's a slice of life genre, and the characters are learning how to blow glass into art. Obviously, this is going to be more character-driven than high-intense action or stuff or whatever. Not much I can really say about this. Hana Yamata is the story about a normal girl with a normal life who goes to a normal school, has normal friends, and eats a normal lunch with a normal family. Who suddenly gets called upon by a fairy to see the magical world of Yosokoi dance. Oh, my life is so normal. I wish something interesting would happen.
Hey! Listen!
Oh my, cute little fairy!
You will learn the tradition of Yosokoi dance! Hey!
I honestly have nothing on this. From what I understand, Yosokoi dance is a traditional dance in Japan. And that's all you really need to know about that. Look it up on Google. Next! Second season of Sword Art Online. Yay! Puripara is a magical girl anime that is going to be along the same veins as Pretty Rhyme, and is going to be starring the vocal group known as I-Star, IRS, who did the second ending theme to Pretty Rhyme last season, I guess. Honestly, there's not enough for me to go off of here, so next! Aoharu Ride, also known as Blue Spring Ride, is a romance story based around a girl named Futaba who wants to reset her image when coming into high school. In that before she felt that she was too cute, that made her girlfriends all jealous of her, and she, because of a misunderstanding, lost the interest of the only boy that she ever liked. Now that she is in high school, she's decided to be as unladylike as possible so as not to make her friends jealous, and she also gets to meet up with the girl that she liked from so long ago, Tanaka. Is this a regular thing that happens to you girls? Like, do you honestly feel that your girlfriends will get too jealous of you if you're too cute? Is that a thing? Well, the style of it looks pretty nice, and the line work is, again, really good, so I don't know. Next! Okay, this next one I need to read the description for. Bakumatsu Rock. The story is set in the Bakumatsu era at the end of the shogun's rule over Japan in the middle of the 19th century. The Tokugawa shogunate uses the brainwashing Heaven Songs by the top idols in Shinsengumi to subjugate the country and its people. In this Japan, writing or singing any songs besides the Heaven Songs is a capital offense. Sakamoto Ryoma and the other rockers rise up and change the world with rock and roll for freedom and justice. Okay, if Jack Black is not involved in the dub, I don't think I'll be interested because this screams Jack Black all over. Rock of freedom, man! Oh, this looks like a fun one. Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon Crystal, the long-awaited HD redesign remake of the classic Sailor Moon series, is finally coming out in July, and already people are complaining on the style. Really? Really, guys? I've heard some people even say that the style is, too old looking, and it turns off any male viewer that was a fan of the older series. It looks too girly now. It's like, okay, 1, this series was not made for guys. 2, it's Sailor fucking Moon! I think people will still watch it regardless of what they think with the style. And if the style is really too distracting, might I remind you of the old proverb, don't judge a book by its cover? Come on, guys! It's Sailor Moon! Hell, I might even watch it. And I was more of a Cardcaptors guy myself anyways. Moving on. Blade Dance of the Elementals is a harem anime series. In a world where girls of pureness are able to make contracts with spirits, one guy accidentally peeps on a girl and somehow or another contracts her spirit that she was supposed to get. And thus, being that he took her spirit, she says, okay, well, you're gonna be my spirit now. And it's a new harem anime, and they all look the same. The character designs that I'm seeing is what really is hurting this for me so far, because with any good harem, you want to have the girls look, act, and feel different from one another. In the most basic traditional sense, each girl is supposed to be a different person, but they all have the same jaw structure, they all have the same type of look. The only difference is the different slantness of the eyes and the color of the hair. And different clothing, but honestly, it's like dressing up dolls. You can put anything on them. Come on! What happened to the anime harem like Tenchi Muyo, or The Familiar of Zero, or My Bride is a Mermaid? Come on, guys! Though it has a very catchy opening theme, if what I'm hearing in the trailer is right. Tokyo Ghoul. In modern Tokyo, people are being hunted down by masked vigilantes that call themselves ghouls that devour human flesh. Let justice be done, though the heavens fall. Aldnoah.0 is a mecha anime series, and from the trailer, out of all of them I've seen so far, this trailer seems to be the most descriptive. We've got scenes of student life. It appears that they are in a military academy learning to pilot these giant orange mecha. The mecha kind of remind me of the ones from Breakblade. There's a lot of space travel. There is mention of some kind of princess, because they use Hime-sama a lot in the dialogue. There's no subtitles for the trailer, so this is just speculation that I can do at this point. Overall, I hope the trailer does not deceive, and I hope this to be a good mecha anime. Gekken Shoujo Nozaki-kun is a rom-com anime. Yay! A girl confesses to her crush, but he mistakes it as her being a fan of his, and then invites her over to his house. And this is all that we are left with, based on both the trailer and synopsis that we are given so far. This is another one where I'm gonna have to read the synopsis for to understand it. Dramatical murder. The story takes place many years in the future, where the game Rime, a virtual fighting game, is incredibly popular, and people possess all mates, convenient AI computers. Alba leads an ordinary life, working at a junk shop, and living with his grandmother on the island of Midojima. Unlike his friends, he doesn't participate in rhyme, nor does he belong in a gang. However, when rumors of people disappearing spread, Alba finds himself needing to unravel the mysteries behind the island in order to protect his everyday life. Based on the trailer and the character concept art, there's going to be a lot of pretty guys in this one. This one's kind of hard to say what's it going to be like because it doesn't really give you too much to go off of. Honestly, I would have rather preferred if they made the second season to Excel World, but, you know, one guy can only hope, you know? Akame ga Kill is set in a fantasy world, where a young lad is trying to go to the capital to earn some money for his starving village. He enlists into the assassin trade known as Night Raid, in which their ultimate goal is to assassinate all the evil men who are puppeting the child emperor. The presentation is a little questionable, but the story seems interesting enough, and maybe the characters will be likable as well, so I don't know, might check it out, see what it's like. Alright, I need to read the title of this one. Shiroge no Ishi Argivolum is a mecha anime series which the synopsis only gives that it is a new original anime series to come out in 2014. And the trailer keeps making me think that it's another Gundam clone. From the standpoint of there is the classic scene of the mecha getting up off of its holding container to the enemies being one-eyed soldiers, or maybe they weren't the enemy mecha, but there are definitely mecha that have a single eye. Honestly, there's not really much to go on for this one, so just gonna have to wait and see. You guys ever watch that one Disney Channel show that had a kid who wasn't that famous but had relatives that were uber famous? That is the setup for the anime Love Stage. And you know, the one thing that this anime just screams? Boys! There is a lot of yaoi undertones to this one. Oh, but MangaMan, it's nothing like that. If you've only read the original manga, blah 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 blah. I'm just calling it how I sees it, alright? Maybe it's good, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong, probably, but I don't know. You can only watch it and see. The amount of gorgeous anime men is too damn high. But in all seriousness, this next anime, shown in Hollywood, Holly Stage for 49, doesn't look nearly as yaoi-rific as the previous one. This one appears to be more of a character-based story with a little bit of some drama interspliced and kind of a slice of life type of story, so might be worth a watch. Space Dandy Season 2. Yes! 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 All of my yes! Momo-kyun Sorn is the Rule 63 version of the famous Japanese tale Momotaro, or Peach Boy as it's also known. Now, let's talk a little bit about the fan service that's shown in the trailer. I mean, due to the way that they drew her breast, I honestly thought she was bare-chested that entire time. But that's not to say that you should be deterred from watching this just because it has fan service in here. Give it a watch, see what you guys think about it, and let me know. I am willing to give this anime the benefit of the doubt because I've fallen in love with other anime series that have had fan service in them, like Go Dandar. Notorious for fan service shots, but it's still a good anime regardless. So hopefully it'll be the same case for Momo-kyun Sword. Rail Wars. Yes, folks, they finally done it. Thomas the Tank Engine is getting his own anime where he fights in space. Da 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 toot toot. I'm just kidding. Rail Wars is a story about a parallel Japan where Japan did not privatize its national railways, in which a young protagonist wants to become a part of the national railways and pursue his dreams of being a train conductor. It's a train anime. Basically, you're going to be learning a lot about the know-how and thought process that goes into the training department of agriculture and trains. Might be worth a watch. Who knows? Okay, this next one is a little complicated, so I'm going to be reading the synopsis for this one. Majimoji Rurumo is the story about Shibaki, who is a high school boy whose only interest is girls. Except that he's been branded as the most hentai boy at school, and the girls avoid him like the plague. One day he finds a book in the library about how to summon witches. He tries it as a joke, but it turns out to be the real thing. An apprentice witch named Rurumo appears to grant him a wish. Shibaki helps Rurumo, and in return, she refuses to take his soul. This part of this story happens before the start of chapter 1, so it's another one of those bullshit prequel chapters. Yay. When the story starts, Shibaki wishes he could see Rurumo again. His wish is granted immediately as Rurumo falls from the sky and crash lands in front of him. He finds out that as a punishment for not taking his soul, she's been busted down to an apprentice demon. Now she must complete the task of getting Shibaki to use up 666 magic tickets that grant wishes before she can become a witch again. However, what she doesn't know is that each time he uses a ticket, it shortens his life. When the last ticket is used up, Shibaki will die. Shibaki knows this because Rurumo's familiar black cat Chiro tells him as part of the contract for giving him the tickets. Now Shibaki has a choice: make a wish and help Rurumo become a witch again, or resist the temptation and try to save his own life. Well, that is certainly a mouthful of information. Minari Diva, another idol anime with two girls that hope to become divas through unique music. That's all that the synopsis really gives us, and I couldn't find a trailer for it, so... Sabagibu. It's an anime about middle school girls with assault rifles. Be very afraid. Oh yeah, this title is a mouthful. Fate Kaleid Liner Prisma Ile Tui. The description describes this anime as being a part of the Fate Stay Night franchise, supposedly taking place after the events of the first season, about a month after that. Or one of the Fate Stay franchises, I don't really know. Though looking at the artwork, it doesn't look like the same character designs that Fate Stay is known for. I mean, we see some other characters that appear to be dressed up like characters from Fate Stay, but I don't know. I do know that there's one character that does look an awful lot like Sakura from Cardcaptors, so don't know what that's all about. This one definitely feels like it's gonna become a magical girl anime for some strange reason. Oh god. Futsu no Joyce Kosei ga Lokado Yate Mita. I am so sorry for completely assassinating the Japanese language. We got another idol anime with a two-girl idol group that suddenly become the local idols or localdolls of their town. I'm not sure about this one, but it just might be my tastes. I have no idea. Sankyo no Terror takes place in modern times in an alternate universe where Tokyo has been decimated by a shocking terrorist attack, and the picture that is shown for the synopsis is of moving on. Kantai Collection Kankol, or Kankol, cool? A anime based off of a online card game. Alright. Francesca, Girls Be Ambitious. An anime adaptation of an undead idol character named Francesca, who is to promote the Hokkaido, Japan. Why does Hokkaido want to be associated with the undead? And why an undead idol? Are we trying to get the goth crowding on this section, or what? Just looking at the animation for this, I can tell that they're using some form of flash animation because a lot of the movement of some of the characters that I've seen are kind of jerky, like, I'm waving to you. Now, does that necessarily mean that it's going to be a bad anime? No. From what the trailer has shown, there's a lot of action scenes, a lot of what looks like comedy, some slapstick put in there, maybe a romance, maybe a rivalry. Not sure. Overall, it might be interesting to look into this further. Himigoto stars a guy named Hime, which is Japanese for princess. Due to some strange shenanigans, his parents got into so much debt that they transferred all their debt onto him, in which debt collectors come to try to collect the debt from him. Try to say that 10 times fast. Luckily, he ran into 3 members of the student council president who are able to pay off his debt, and in return, they want him to become the student council's dog and dress up like a girl. And based on the trailer, there's another guy involved in this as well. And the kid that's dressed like a girl sounds very shy and soft-spoken. I just get a bad feeling about this. Invaders of the Six-Mat Room is a harem comedy series that stars a ghost, an alien princess, an underworlder, whatever that is, and a cosplayer, magical girl. It's a little too soon to say, but I could tentatively say that this so far looks to be a pretty good harem setup. All these forces, including one guy, trying to fight for this one room for many different reasons. Ghost Girl haunts the room, and who knows what the other ones are planning with it. The last anime is Jinsei, which is a school life anime featuring 3 girls who are a part of a life counseling office, I guess. Based on the description and the trailer, this seems to be kind of a comedic slice of life type of anime. Other than that, there's not really much else to say about it. And those are the anime that are going to be coming out this July. So, tell me guys, what do you think of the new anime? Which anime would you want me to talk more in depth about? Please leave a comment down below. I always love hearing from you guys. And this is the MangaMan, signing off.